The desire to change and reclaim their lives after being enslaved by addiction is what draws us to them. Some are victims of circumstances and fell into the abyss of addiction without their knowledge. To some, it started as fun and cornered them till it took control of their lives. But just what is drug addiction? Brenda Ocheng, a counselor at the New Life Rehab Center, explains.
Addiction is where somebody loses control over alcohol. You no longer, when you start drinking, you can no longer decide whether you're going to stop, when you're going to stop. There's a process of addiction and then the process of recovery. In the process of recovery, there are stages, just like there are stages in addiction. When somebody leaves here, they're supposed to do 90 meetings in 90 days. Because once they leave here, they're protected. Here, there are no real triggers. There's no alcohol in here. But out there are all the triggers in the world. Bars are not closing just because you've come into rehab.
Albanas Muema is one of the recovering alcoholics at the facility. His story, as graphic as it is disturbing.
The moment I did my KCSE, that is 2008, actually that is the time I drank what is called alcohol. I went to a nearby club and actually I bought one spirit. It was called Fighter. And I bought it with a soda and I mixed it up. Then, now,
alcohol to him is a beast that has ruined his life.
Now I decided to go home with the little mkoka that was remaining. I actually started my journey going home. That is one of the dramas that I have ever done during those times. I started my journey going home, went, and it is 9 p.m. Sasa nikachukua zigara kwa mfuko na kiberiti niwashe zigara. Then kuwasha zigara, sasa unajua niko naenda hivi. For instance, niko naenda hivi. Sasa kwenda hivi, nikaona sasa niwashe zigara. Kutoa, sasa I turned. Ndio sasa niwashe zigara juu ya upepo. Then kuturn, nikazao nilikuwa naenda this way. I turned, I continued with my journey. I actually noticed that I had taken the wrong side when I actually started seeing those ndukas at our market there. Then,
his family, all too aware of this eventful journey towards addiction and his struggles to sober up.
It's the only hope of his father, because the two other fellows, his elder brother and the young brother, never went past standard 8 and the manual jobs and all that. Helplessness. I really don't know what to do and what to do.
To Billy, the use of alcohol started as a leisure activity that has seen him gradually lose the trust of people around him.
I tasted beer, alcohol. It was around, we had gone for games after my secondary school education. And there was this kijana, I used to play football with the community. And we had a team of football, Coca-Cola under 18 Olympic tournament. And then there was also a volleyball. Now, the ladies, there was a lady that I wanted that lady so much. So the brother was in our team. We used to train with him. So, and the brother used to drink. So for me to go through, ili niweze kupata huyo dem, I had to use the brother. So kile nilidu, the brother ilibidi nimnunulie pombe. Then in that mix, that's where I started taking alcohol.
But just how has his road to recovery been?
I was in intensive care unit for a couple of days, and then after I recovered, it was something to do with the pancreas. Then I was told not to take beer anymore. So I recovered. At that time, after 6 months, again, I went back to drinking.
His story of courage and dedication reflected amongst his peers who have also sought help in this facility.
Me, I was fed for 3 days because I wouldn't hold a cup. Chai ilikuwa inamwagika. I was so weak. Though luckily I didn't have issues with vomiting, only headache. Another thing, sleep. I was sleepless. Usiku yote, I wouldn't sleep. And sometimes I would dream weird dreams, very weird dreams. And another one, ningesikia mlango imebang, nilikuwa nashtuka sana. Nilikuwa naogopa. Because I used to live, alcohol ndio ilikuwa inanipatia nguvu. Alcohol ndio ilikuwa inanimake. Hata nikisikia gunshot ama nikisikia tear gas, anything like that, siwezi ogopa.
The use of drugs and alcohol among the youth has increased in recent days, shattering the dreams of many. Drugs and alcohol abuse is a bane on the rise, with cheap liquor and bang being sold almost everywhere. Karira Rehabilitation Center in Upper Matasia, Kajiado County is yet another facility targeting youth and is currently housing 10 youth drawn from the county. In this center, some youth recount how their ambitions have turned out to be pipe dreams out of drug and alcohol abuse.
I was in Catholic University of Eastern Africa. First year, that's when I got introduced to alcohol. I couldn't cope with alcohol until I found myself here.
But what goes in the mind of an addict?
You'll go out saying that you want to take only one, and you find you have lost control, you cannot take only one. Your friends who you have gone with will leave you in the bar.
The journey towards sobriety is long and tiring. The patients are required to be in the rehab for at least a period of 3 months, within which they are taken through life lessons. And the government having prioritized the war on drugs, the state of affairs that is slowly eating away a bright and promising generation depends on the commitment of the dream and the dedication of the victims to renounce their past and chart a new future. My name is Brian Amwai, and this is Channel 1.